Welcome back to Ringside Ramble. It's me, Niall, here bringing you all the latest news, views, and breakdowns from around the world of professional boxing. In this video, I'm going to be giving my breakdown and prediction for this Saturday night's huge domestic clash between Liam Davies and Shabaz Masoud at the Resort World Arena in Birmingham, England. Yeah, I cannot wait for this one. There's always something special when, two unbeaten domestic fighters come up against each other. It's a rarity these days, but this one has magic written all over it, in my opinion. It really does. I think it's flying under the radar a little bit among boxing fans, which I can't understand why. Maybe it's because such a hectic schedule of boxing lately and coming up that it's getting kind of lost in the shuffle. But as soon as this fight was announced, I could not wait for it. I think it has recipe for an absolutely epic fight written all over it. I really do. Of course, was meant to happen originally a few months ago, had to get rescheduled, but we're here now headlining the Resort World Arena. And yeah, it's fascinating. We've got Liam Davies. Liam Davies, I'm a huge fan of. I think he's one of the most underrated fighters in the minute at the minute. At 122, he's absolutely outstanding to watch. He really is. He's so easy on the eye. He's so technically sound, fundamentally so solid. Tight defense, high guard, beautiful boxing, crisp shots, accurate puncher, mixes his shots up well, the head and body, fast hands, perfectly balanced, beautiful footwork. And yeah, I think he's so easy on the eye, and I think he's a real problem at 122. Not to mention he's big at the weight too. He's a big super bantamweight. He really is. He's built well for the weight. So, it's no secret. He's made no secret that kind of he struggles these days to make 122. So he will be moving up in the future, you'd imagine, but still plenty of business to take care of first at on Saturday night, first of all, and then if you get through that on the world level. But yeah, Liam Davis, I'm a big fan of. I often think watching Liam Davis, if you had a child or a son starting boxing, you'd want to teach them to fight how Liam Davis fights. That might be a big statement, but if you watch how fundamentally solid he is, you know, he he's so technically sound in what he does. He does the basics so well. Liam Davis, he really does between his jab, his combinations, not getting greedy with his shots. If he has his man hurt, he's like a shark that smells blood in the water, but he's so well balanced to throw shots. There's no real wasted shots. That footwork is so well balanced that he's always in line to throw shots that are gonna land. He's one of the most accurate punchers in boxing at the minute. He really is. So yeah, he's very very easy on the eye to watch. Liam Davis, he really is. I'm a big fan of his, and to be honest with you, we'll talk about it a little in a few minutes in this video. But I think he's heading to the top of to the top of the division, and I know there's a monster in the way, but let's talk about that in a few minutes. I think the sky's the limit for Liam Davis. I really do. That could be a bit of a spoiler for the prediction at the end of the video, but he cannot overlook Shabaz Masoud. He really can't overlook him. Shabaz Masoud is a quality fighter. He really is. Again, beautiful to watch. Great footwork, can switch beautifully between orthodox and southpaw, fast hands, great lateral movement, great shot selection. The only thing that kind of holds him back is his power. He's not a huge puncher, but he's so slick, so fast, and yeah, such a good switch hitter. He's a quality fighter, and if Liam Davis overlooks him, which I don't think he will, he's in for a really hard night. Masoud, he's had some really good wins on his record. He's beat the Frenchman, Bayou, I believe his name was. Has a really good domestic win against Jack Bateson, the then unbeaten Jack Bateson. And he beat the veteran Jose San Martin also, which he got a lot of stick for that fight, to be honest with you. But a lot of people call Jose San Martin probably edged it. I don't. I think Jose San Martin put a lot of pressure on him. He was the aggressor in that fight, as most people will be against Shabazz Masoud. But he didn't land a lot of effective shots for me. I thought Shabazz Masoud landed the more effective eye-catching punches, and he dealt with the pressure of Jose San Martin relatively well. I thought, that's a tough test, as I mentioned, against a real veteran of the sport there. So he came through that. It was underwhelming, but he done the job. He done the job and moved on to the next one. And now he's in there with a chance against Liam Davis, an old amateur rival. Masoud has beaten Liam Davis twice in the amateurs. I know that's not much to go off, but maybe it is to some people. Some people take a lot of stock in that. I personally don't. I think it's almost like a different sport. But as I mentioned, this is a dangerous fight for Liam Davis, 100%, especially if he overlooks Masoud. It really is. There's talks of him fighting anyway. There has been for a while now. And he's mentioned he's kind of being vocal about his desire to fight now anyway. He said he'd knock him out. But if Liam Davis is overlooking Shabaz Masoud to put his eyes on a Naya anyway fight, he's going to be in for a hard night. Shabaz Masoud with his movement and his hand speed could cause and his switch hitting could cause Liam Davis real problems. It really could. So I cannot wait for this one. I think this is going to be an epic domestic clash, great clash of styles against two quality, unbeaten fighters. If I have to give a prediction, I'm going to say, it was spoiled earlier in the video. I couldn't help myself, but Liam Davis for me is just a bit too well rounded for Masoud. I think his kind of his fundamentals, his technical ability, his aggression, his speed, and his power will kind of be enough for him to close the distance on Shabazz Masoud's movement early on, well enough to kind of trap him, set those traps that Masoud will fall into. I can see Davis targeting the body a lot to slow Masoud down, but I think Davis is well rounded enough to slow him down and probably win the decision. I'd say win it kind of an entertaining but comprehensive points decision in the end. But as I say, if he has a guy off this is going to be a really hard night. But I think Masoud will have success. I just think he doesn't really have the power to keep Davis off him for 12. You know, Davis is a real big puncher. We've seen that in his last few fights. He's went from beating Beluta. He's grown in confidence then. Uh, he's beaten the really capable Italian Vincenzo Lafamina, which is a really solid win. And then he faced another bogeyman like Beluta, Eric Robles Ayala, and he blasted him out within 2 rounds. It was an absolutely clinical, ruthless performance. It was a great performance against a really tricky operator who'd beaten Lee McGregor before. So Liam Davis is riding an absolute wave of confidence that I can't see stopping on Saturday night. I'm now for a wide Liam Davis points win in an entertaining fight. And yeah, I think Liam Davis is heading to the top of the division. There's talks of an anyway fight. Listen, he doesn't beat Noy anyway. He doesn't even kind of really trouble Noy anyway, I don't think, which is crazy to say after how much I've praised him throughout this video, and I stand by that. But Noy anyway, that's what we're dealing with. Nobody really troubles Noy anyway. To be honest with you, Noy anyway is a freak who's on a planet of his own. That beats everybody at super bantamweight and likely featherweight as well. So there's no shame in saying that. However, I don't think there's many others at 122 that Liam Davis wouldn't beat, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. Merge on Akhmadaliev. I think there's no reason Liam Davis can't beat him. I'd pick Davis to beat Akhmadaliev. Marlon Tapales, I'd pick Liam Davis there. I really would. Sam Goodman, Lewis Neary, all these names. I think there's no reason Liam Davis can't beat these names. He's that good, and I think he will win a world title. I say that because I think it will be probably a vacant world title by the time he fights from him. But I think Liam Davis is in line to maybe fight the winner of Dennis McCann and Peter McGrail on the 21st on the Fury Usyk card, which is another mouthwatering Kareem all British clash. I can see Liam Davis fighting the winner of that, and whoever comes through that, I think it will be McCann. But I can see Liam Davis, probably winning that as well, but it'll be a highly entertaining fight, and then fight for a vacant title that he could win when I anyway moves up, if he moves up the featherweight and the belts become fragmented. So yeah, I think Liam Davis is probably the second best super bantamweight in the world at the minute. As crazy as that might be to sound to some people, but I really think he's that good. So yeah, I think he beat Masoud Saturday, but I cannot wait for it. I really can't. A really kind of entertaining card as a whole in Birmingham this Saturday, the Resorts World Arena. So let us know what you think in the comments. How looking forward to you are you for this fight? How much are you looking forward to this one? who do you fancy? Will Liam Davies continue his kind of wave of momentum, or will Shabaz Masoud prove that he's the real deal and spring what would be kind of a minor upset against Liam Davis, although he's a quality fighter himself, you know? Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, don't forget, please subscribe to the channel. If you like my content, like my videos, I'd really appreciate it. Just aim to kind of get engagement with boxing fans and please, please as many as I can with my videos. So yeah, if you like what you see, give us a subscribe, a like, follow us over on X. There's always great content to be kind of engaged with and debating on. So yeah, until next time, speak again. I'll take care.